حامدا ومصليا أما بعد قال الله تبارك وتعالى في القرآن المجيد والفرقان الحميد أعوذ بالله من الشيطان الرجيم بسم الله الرحمن الرحيم يا أيها الناس إنا خلقناكم من ذكر وأنثى وجعلناكم شعوبا وقبائل لتعارفوا إن أكرمكم عند الله أتقاكم إن الله عليم خبير صدق الله العظيم. Respectable Chief Guest, Honorable President of the Convention, and experts from their respective fields. Assalamu alaikum wa rahmatullahi wa barakatuh. On this special occasion, I want to shed some light on the topic of equality and justice in Islam. Dear dignitaries and elders, we all are well aware of the fact that Islam is the perfect form of a true religion and a complete code of life. It guides mankind in all spheres of life, be it political, social, economical, or religious. So let me tell, the first and foremost teaching of Islam about equality is that all mankind were created from a single pair of parents, yet they spread on different climes and developed different languages and different shades of complexion. But they are equal on the basis of humanity and brotherhood, as it is mentioned in Surah Al-Baqarah, chapter number 2, verse number 213, Al-Imran, chapter number 3, verse number 133, Al-Hujurat, chapter number 49, verse number 13, and so on. I would be humble enough to recite one verse with the translation as the glorious Quran says, أعوذ بالله من الشيطان الرجيم يا أيها الناس إنا خلقناكم من ذكر وأنثى وجعلناكم شعوبا وقبائل لتعارفوا إن أكرمكم عند الله أتقاكم. The ayah means, O mankind, we have created you from a single pair of male and female and made you into the races and tribes so that you may identify one another. Surely the noblest of you in Allah's sight is the one who is the most pious of you. Dear listeners, this ayah explains some important points, such as, number one, the principle of the brotherhood laid down here is based on the Buddhist foundation, and differences are only for the sake of identification. Number two, the cause of nobility. Number three, in Islam, racial pride and ego of the so-called higher class were uprooted. Dear intellectuals, prophetic tradition are full of the teaching of equality and justice. See Bukhari, hadith number 5575, Musnad Ahmad, hadith number 6447, Muslim Sharif 4721. Here I would be fortunate enough to recite one holy hadith. قال النبي صلى الله عليه وسلم لا فضل لعربي على عجمي ولا لعجمي على عربي ولا لأسود على أحمر ولا لأحمر على أسود إلا بالتقوى. The Prophet Muhammad, peace be upon him, said, O people, behold, your Lord is one and your Father is one. There is no superiority for an Arab or a non-Arab, neither for a black on a red, nor for a red on a black, except in piety. Dear intellectuals, Islam demands Muslims to maintain justice and transparency As the Surah Nisa, chapter number 4, verse number 135, clearly describes the fact saying, be a upholder of justice, even though it is against the interest of yourself or of parents and the kinsman. The sentence of this ayah, وَلَوْ عَلَىٰ أَنفُسِكُمْ أَوِ الْوَالِدَيْنِ وَالْأَقْرَبِينَ, clearly asks us to be a upholder of justice, even though it is against the interest of you or of parents and the kinsmen. As the second caliph, Hazrat Umar radiallahu ta'ala anhu, has given practical check to it. As we know that in Islam, alcohol is totally unlawful and forbidden. Whosoever is caught drunk are punished with 80 lashes. Once the son of the second caliph, Hazrat Umar radiallahu ta'ala anhu, committed the same sin and was caught drunk. So the caliph passed order to punish his son with 80 lashes. In fact, he died at 75th lashes, and the remaining 5 lashes were hit on his grave. Such a great level of justice it was. These days, if the children of leaders and ministers commit in any sin or indulge in any wrongdoings, they use all their influences to save their children from being sentenced and punished. The Prophet Muhammad sallallahu alaihi wasallam says, "O people, beware of justice, because injustice shall be darkness on the day of judgment. And those who have not gotten their rights in this life will receive them on the day of judgment." As the Prophet refers to, on the day of judgment, rights will be given to those to whom they are due, and wrongs will be redressed. Respected brothers, if we cast our minds back, we will come to know that in spite of the lofty ideals of enlightenment, the West did not solve the racial problems, inequality and injustice. While Islam has achieved success due to its universal teaching and divine sanction. In short, it laid the foundation stone of democracy when Europe was fast asleep in savagery. The world was unaware of the spirit of equality and justice. The Islamic concept of equality and justice to save the humanity from the disaster and paved the way for democracy, absolute justice and freedom. Now I wind up my talk here with this Urdu couplet. عدل و इंसाफ फकत हश्र पे मौकूफ नहीं, अदल व इंसाफ फकत हश्र पे मौकूफ नहीं, जिंदगी खुद भी गुनाहों की सजा देती है. Thank you so much for listening carefully. وآخر دعوانا الحمد لله رب العالمين. والسلام عليكم ورحمة الله وبركاته.